Hey there, welcome to round three of Ready, Set, Flow. Today's theme is going to be about making your decisions in a graceful and intentional way. So, lots of freedom in our flow today, and I want you to just completely trust in your choices without any judgment or second guessing. With that being said, let's please make our way onto our backs. And the decision making will start right away. You could have your legs straight out onto the floor in front of you, or you could take the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open at the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Wherever you've chosen to be, just try to soften and settle in. Beginning in Shavasana is always a very good bad thing. Nice and relaxing at the time. Can be tricky to get our energy back up from it, so we won't be here for long. Let's start to cultivate a deeper breath. If you like to bring your hands on your belly so that the breath is more tangible to you, you can do that. Otherwise, just firing up that Ujjayi pranayama. Not in a super intense way, but in a way where you start to notice its calming effects on the mind. We'll begin to move through your fingers and through your toes. And we'll take a big giant stretch. Reach your arms overhead, reach your legs forward. With your exhale, curl the knees to the chest and just sway a little bit from side to side. Don't commit one way in each direction, just a little bit of each side. Massaging the low back. We'll move the hands to the backs of the knees and we'll do that same thing back and forth. So back towards the shoulders, forth towards the sit bones. Maybe you hold back on the shoulders for a second, rolling it forward, hold on the sit bones, and we'll do it one more time. Back and hold, forward and hold. To make it a boat pose, Navasana, extend your arms straight. Don't worry about the legs. If you could straighten your legs at this point in the practice, you need to practice the video level 500. It's in my library. We'll cross the ankles from here and just place your hands in front of you, tabletop pose. We'll move through 5 rounds of cat-cow, kind of on your own here. You could stick with the traditional cat-cow from the hands and the knees. Some of us are loving cobra and child's pose as a substitute for cat and cow. Should have about 3 more rounds left. And in any variation that you're taking on, make sure your inhale is bringing you into a back bend. Exhale into more of a rounded back. And the next time you come into child's pose or cat pose, just stay there with the round back. If you're in child's pose, make your way up into cat, the round back position from all fours. We'll neutralize the spine and extend the feet back one at a time. Find your plank. Just take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, elbows bend back. We'll come down to our bellies. You could point your toes for Sphinx pose, lifting onto your forearms. Just close your eyes and pause for a couple of breaths. Let your chest really reach forward towards your fingertips, crown of the head high towards the sky. Good. Take a breath in. And exhale, lower. Drop your chest to the floor, up and back. First down dog of the day. Let's make it a bear pose. Take your feet a little wider than your hips, not quite as wide as your mat. Bend your knees, shins parallel to the ground. Lift your sit bones way up and back. And then glide forward to plank. Back into bear. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the hips. Inhale, straighten your legs. You're in plank. 3 more like that. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, bounce forward. Exhale, 2, bend those knees, lengthen spine, and then bounce it forward. Inhale. You got it. One more time, we'll meet in plank. And then just flip it to your right hand and the outside edge of your right foot. Feel free to keep your left hand down. You could ground your left foot in front of you, or stacking the feet, extend your left fingertips straight up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Good, we'll switch sides. The left hand grounds. We're pivoting to the outside edge of the left foot. Stretch your right fingertips straight up. If you modified on the first side, do that on this side as well. And then the right hand to the mat. We're going to lift the hips, drop the head, take 3 deep, even breaths here. Downward facing dog. At the end of your next exhale, begin to step your feet forward to the front of your space, lifting up halfway. Take a breath in. Exhale as you fold forward. Arms overhead. Take an inhale here. Reach up. And then just bring your hands to your heart. Stand nice and tall for a moment. You could close your eyes. Lift your chest up towards your thumbs. Tall through the crown of your head and tops of the ears back. Just take another breath in. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your sides and reach them on up. Take an inhale here. We'll bow forward, exhale. Feel free to bend the knees. Come to the flat back, hands on your shins or fingertips to the floor. Left foot steps back. Find a low or a high lunge. Yogi's choice, the back knee grounded for a low lunge or lifted for the high. Wherever you feel stable and strong, we'll take 3, 2, good. One more breath. Sit a little deeper down. Touch your hands to the floor. Step forward as you exhale. And then come back to Ardha Uttanasana. Right foot steps back. Whatever you did on the first side goes. You're in the low lunge or the high lunge for 3, 2, and 1. Hands touch down. We're stepping forward now and just coming to the flat back. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold, and then this time just roll up as slowly as possible, bending the knees, head heavy, all the way up nice and slow. Circle your shoulders up and all the way back. Arms to the sky, breathe it in. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. We'll step or jump the feet back and lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Find your back bend, cobra or up dog or even sphinx pose again. And then make your way back into down dog as you exhale. We're going to take the feet a little closer to each other. Really slowly, as if you were moving through mud, begin to lift the right heel up towards the sky. And then open the toes, bend the right knee. Let your right heel fall towards your left hip. You can bend the left knee as well. Keep equal weight in both your hands. Stretch your right leg straight up and back. Right foot forward, warrior 1. We'll open up the left toes, arms to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Try to square hips and shoulders. And as you exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Bring your right thumb on top of your left thumb. Lift your chest up. Good. Keep your chest lifted like you have it right now. Arms overhead, maybe palms touch. Place your hands to the floor. We'll step into plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Back into down dog you go. As if you were moving the left foot through mud, lift slow, slow, slow. Once you get to the top, open the hip. Bend the knee, big stretch in that left quad. Straighten your leg, warrior one. Left foot steps forward. Let's open the right toes. Reach your arms up, take an inhale. Exhale, settling in, bend that knee. Hands clasped behind you. Bring your left thumb on top this time. Shoulders go under the heart. Keep your heart lifted, hands to the sky, palms together if that's not too much on your shoulders. Place your hands to the floor, step back to plank pose, and from plank, feel free to move straight into down dog or through the vinyasa. As you make your way into down dog, just enjoying a deep breath in. Exhale, lower, come on to all fours. We're going to set up for dolphin here on the forearms. So even if you know how to headstand, just wait it out for a moment. We'll interlace the fingers, tuck the toes, lift the knees, push the hips back, and take 5 deep breaths here. So you should feel this kind of in your lats, like right underneath your armpits, forearms and shoulders. If the hamstrings are tight, bend your knees. We're not trying to focus on them right now. Okay, and then just come back to your knees and place your hands to the ground again. Down dog's where we'll meet as you exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or maybe jump your feet up. Halfway to lengthen. And we'll fold all the way down as you exhale. Arms overhead, take an inhale. Let's bring the left knee to the belly as you exhale, standing on your right foot. Deep breath in here. Warrior three, you could keep your hands at your heart. You can lift your arms alongside your ears, or you can lower your arms down at your sides. We'll take one more breath in. Exhale, stepping, left foot back for a high lunge. Circle your arms over your head. Take an inhale. Hands to your hips as you exhale, left knee to the ground. We'll find a low lunge here. And then place your hands around your front right foot. Untuck the left toes, top of the left foot on the floor. Push into the top of the left foot so hard that the knee lifts up. Try to drop into that left quad. Feel free to stay with this or standing up, pushing through the right foot for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's place the hands wherever you are. You're going to bump onto those left tip toes. Take a twist. Left hand stays grounded, right arm extends. Big deep breath in here. Take your right hand to the floor, step all the way forward. Feet come together, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Reach your arms overhead, take a deep breath in. Hands to your heart, pull your right knee towards your navel. Standing tall. Warrior three, as you exhale, you could keep your hands in prayer, arms overhead or arms by the sides. And now I'm going to challenge you to do something different than what you did on the first side. Exhale, high lunge, very nice. Step it back, reach it up, take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, hands to the hips. We're dropping the right knee down to the mat. Place your hands around your left foot, untuck the right toes, top of the right foot is grounded. Now push down, extend your knee off the floor. If you feel like you want to stomp into that left foot and reach your arms up, here's your chance for 3, for 2, and 1. Place your hands, bump onto your right toes, and then just stretch your left fingertips way up high. Taking this twist to the left, breathing in. Left hand to the ground, step all the way forward. Exhale, and as you inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, folding on forward. Arms overhead, breathe it in here. We're going to do a side stretch. You could catch your left wrist and bend to the right. You could slide your right hand down your right leg. Bring it back up as you inhale. And now the left hand down the outer left thigh or left hand holds the right wrist. Good, bring it back up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way forward. Inhale, lift to get length. Take it back lightly, chaturanga, or straight into down dog without it. We'll come back to down dog together. Lifting your right leg high up behind you, inhale. Exhale, right foot forward. Pivot to face the left side edge of your mat, wide-legged stance of your choice. So we'll all start by coming up halfway, and then just fold down and stay down. You could also do headstand, Prasarita C, with the fingers clasped behind the back, or Prasarita D, holding the big toes. So whatever you choose, like whatever first comes to your head, you just go with it. Even if it's something you've never done before. Good. When you're ready, halfway up, inhale. We're just going to open the right toes and lower the left knee down to the ground. Scoot your left knee back a touch and lift your right toes up towards your nose. Ardha Hanumanasana. Folding here. Bring your weight back into your right foot and then kick that right leg back. One-legged tabletop as you inhale. We're going to sneak the right knee behind the left knee. Split your shins open and send your hips back. Gomukhasana, child's pose. Feel free to stay here, or if you're able, keep walking your hands back so that you're in an upright Gomukhasana. And if you're in for a really, really big challenge and your neck is okay and you feel strong in a tripod headstand or even a bound headstand, you could come up, situate your hands, tuck your toes under, and take your head to the ground. Make sure that your head is the point of this tripod-y triangle here, kicking up to a headstand with eagle legs. If you did that, we're going to come back on down to Gomukhasana, land with your toes curled under. Sit your hips back like it never happened. And then roll it on forward. Find tabletop pose as you inhale and downward facing as you exhale. Lift your left leg up high, breathing in. Left foot steps forward. Second round of Prasarita Yogi's Choice. A, hands grounded, tripod headstand. C, interlaced fingers. D, big toe hold. Stick with what first came to mind. Maybe you're doing the same thing again. Ardha Hanumanasana on the left. Walk your hands around your left foot, drop your right knee to the floor, scoot it back, left toes lift. Just pull back through the heel, send your forehead towards your shin. And then rock your weight forward, shoot your leg back, one-legged table, which becomes Gomukhasana. Tuck your left knee behind your right knee, split your shins wide, send your hips slowly back. Remember, you could stay in this child's pose variation. Very good for somebody who has tighter hips. If your hips are open enough to sit your bottom back onto the floor between your heels, go for that. And if you're a headstand junkie, you could technically lift up into that tripod from here. Use your toes and your good judgment. Eagle legs. And then unfortunately back down, which is not so easy, into the Gomukhasana child's pose. Come back up to tabletop position. Hope that was as fun for you as it was for me. Now from tabletop position, your choice, handstand, headstand, or forearm balance. Just a minute to play. Get jumping though. Challenge yourselves in some way. And when you are ready to call it quits, we'll come to pigeon pose, bringing your right knee to the back of your right wrist. Walk your hands back, open your chest, and then fold all the way forward and down. Take about 5 deep breaths here. See if you can let your shoulders relax. And then placing your hands, we'll switch sides. Right foot extends back. Take your left knee to your left wrist, walking the hands back a little bit. Inhale, exhale, fold. Low jaw hangs loose in the mouth. Let the breath come and go, slow and easy. Placing your hands, step back into down dog one last time. We're going to take 5 breaths here in this final down dog. Feel free to do a flip dog, a little twist in your down dog, or just nice and steady. If you're staying in down dog, see if you could stretch your heels back towards the floor, lifting all 10 toes up and placing them lightly back down. Let's take another deep breath in here. Exhale, lower your knees for child's pose. Bringing the big toes together, the knees nice and wide. Send your hips back towards your heels. Just find a steady, even breath here in child's pose. Think about what it is you still might need from your practice. These shorter classes are kind of hard to hit every area of your body. So we're going to try to get the rest of it right now. Let's walk the hands back towards the knees. Pick it up to a seated position at the back of your space. And we'll extend the legs straight out in front of us. I'm just going to face you guys so that it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. With the legs straight, please pick a hip stretch of your choice. We're going to do right side, either Janu Shirshasana, half lotus, or pretzel style. So pick yours. If you're in pretzel style, the right foot's on top. If you're in Janu, the right foot's bent back. And we'll fold forward, any position, just folding it forward, trying to push with your hands a little more weight back into your hips, into your sit bones. We'll make our way up nice and slow. Stretch your right leg straight. And whatever you did on the first side, you'll repeat on the second side. Janu A, lotus with the left foot on top, or Sukhasana, the easy seat with the left foot on top. Folding forward either over the right leg or over both shins. And just taking your breath into the back edge of your body. Come on up nice and slow and extend your left leg straight. We're going to pick a symmetrical pose of your choice. So Paschimottanasana with the straight legs, Upavishtakonasana with the wide legs, or Spadasana with the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. So wherever you are and whatever you've chosen, the first thing that comes to mind, take a deep breath in and fold all the way forward. Let your breath just ease you deeper and deeper into whichever pose you've chosen. As long as you move with the breath and not past the breath, you should be in good shape here. We'll take 3, 2, and 1. Roll it up slowly. Please make your way onto your backs. We're going to take a supine twist here. You can just do the good old knees stacked to the right, knees stacked to the left. You could do the legs in eagle or the legs in windshield wipers, maybe just hugging one knee into the chest. You get my drift. So pick a twist and we'll twist to the right first. And any twist that you've chosen, just keeping the neck nice and straight. You can close your eyes here just to draw your senses inward. And we'll twist to the second side. Some of these may take a little longer than others to set up. So take your time, move with your breath. And then as you make your way back through center, hugging the knees into the chest, get ready just to choose one last pose of your own. Has to be something even. So happy baby, Supta Baddha Konasana, shoulder stand, or plow pose if you're ready for it. I'm going to choose this kind of upside down Paschimottanasana, so lifting the hips till the thighs are parallel to the ground, and then catching the big toes overhead. I'm going to reach my hips forward and pull my toes back. Feels great if you haven't tried it. We'll eventually all meet together, hugging the knees tightly into the chest. Wrap your arms around them, give them a nice big squeeze. And then we'll let it all go for Shavasana, taking a minute or so just to rest and reap all the wonderful benefits of our practice today. Slowly blink your eyes open. Start to make small movements through your body, just anything that feels good. And reaching your arms up overhead, take a big stretch. Let's pull the knees towards the chest and make our way over to the right. Eventually pressing to a seated position at the top of your space. Bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes. And bowing to honor yourself and your truth. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.